Time for some team building. Governor-elect Steve Bullock has begun to assemble his cabinet. We'll tell you who's on his way from Great Falls coming up. We're glad to have you with us on this Friday. Tim McGonigal is off for the weekend. Our top story, the more than 100,000-acre ranch, which stretches across Cascade, Teton, and Lewis and Clark counties, is now in the hands of one of America's most powerful sports icons. Multi-billionaire entrepreneur Stan Kroenke will be the new owner of the Broken O Ranch. It was listed at $132.5 million. Kroenke is the owner of 5 professional sports teams, including the Denver Nuggets, the St. Louis Rams, and the Premier League soccer club Arsenal. He's also married to the daughter of the co-founder of Walmart. His net worth is listed at $4 billion. Kroenke adds this ranch to a long list of other properties, including 2 other ranches in Montana, Wyoming, and Canada. The Broken O is the 89th largest ranch in the country and currently hosts nearly 5,000 head of cattle. It's the largest irrigated farmland in Montana at 13,000 acres. 32 community members have applied for the chance to replace Great Falls City Commissioner Mary Jolly. Now it's up to the 3 remaining commissioners and the mayor to choose who will fill her shoes. Mayor Mike Winters says he's excited to see so many come out for the opportunity, and he knows what he's looking for in the candidates.
I like somebody who's aggressive, somebody who be astute and reading all the documents, finding out where we need to be going, somebody who has the vision of where the city of Great Falls should be going in the future, our growth, and I think that's where we need to be.
And there was a last-minute applicant. That number is now at 32. For a list of those, you can go to KRTV.com. There will be an informal commission meeting to discuss the candidates Monday morning. That meeting is open to the public. Jolly was elected Justice of the Peace earlier this month. Whoever is selected to fill her seat will serve for about a year, then they must reapply to run in the next city election. December starts tomorrow. That means the countdown to Christmas is nearly on. Mike, how about some snow leading up to the holiday?
It would be nice to get some snow, but I just don't see any here in the next 24 hours. I do want to share with you a new advisory that's been issued here within the last half hour, a freezing rain advisory until 8 o'clock in the morning for our northeastern counties. We've had some rain moving through these areas, and remember, temperatures in Malta, Glasgow, Phillips Valley counties are below freezing. So we've seen some of that rain slickening up the roadways, creating a thin layer of ice, and that could continue for the next couple of hours. I'll have an update for you coming up in just a couple of minutes. Katie?
All right, thanks, Mike. Governor-elect Steve Bullock is putting his administration into place, and it includes a Great Falls native heading up the Department of Corrections. MTN's Marne Banks brings us the first round of Bullock's appointments.
In a press conference in the Rotunda of the Capitol, Governor-elect Steve Bullock proudly announced his first appointees.
They believe in working hard, playing by the rules, and as lifelong Montanans, they know how bright and how great this state can truly be.
He is bringing on Mike Batista as director of the Montana Department of Corrections. Batista has been working with Bullock at the Department of Justice as head of the Division of Criminal Investigations.
I'm also excited and eager to get to work to oversee a corrections department that does right by victims' families, taxpayers, and make sure communities are safe.
Bullock announced Pam Busey will head up the state's Department of Labor. Busey unsuccessfully ran for Attorney General this year and has been working as Chief Legal Counsel at the Department of Labor.
We are excited to continue the tremendous work that has been started, creating safer work environments and lower work comp rates. I am also thrilled to assist Montana's dynamic unemployment insurance program to rebound from what has been a very tough last few years.
Bullock is also appointing Meg O'Leary as director of the Montana Department of Commerce. O'Leary currently serves as the director of sales and marketing at the Big Sky Resort.
To bring job-creating investment to this state, all we have to do is get out there and keep telling that story. And we're going to tell the whole country how great it is and how viable it is to do business in Montana.
Bullock says his team will work hard to put Montanans first and expand economic opportunities for every Montanan. At the Capitol, Marne Banks, MTN News.
All of Bullock's appointments are subject to approval by the Montana Senate. In the next few weeks, Bullock will announce another round of appointees. He'll also be drafting a budget. Well, Havre is getting a lot of attention from the bipartisan commission working to draw up Montana's Senate districts. The Districting and Apportionment Commission has already redrawn the House districts. Today, they worked on Senate districts. The geographic areas of contention are the 7 largest cities of Montana, as well as Livingston and, again, Havre.
There's a rippling effect once a decision is made. One area is northeast Montana. Once you make a decision in that Havre area, it almost has a direct impact or ripple effect on the rest of eastern Montana. So that's a key area.
And we have maps on our website so you can see how your local district is being impacted. The new districts must be approved by this next legislature. After 10 years of working to make our community a safer place, the Weed and Seed program has lost its federal funding, but a local agency is making sure the service remains in our area. Weed and Seed was initiated in the early 1990s. It's intended to target neighborhoods filled with drugs and violence and weed out the bad and then implement positive programs in those communities. But the Department of Justice cut all 330 Weed and Seed programs across the country this summer. Thankfully, the mission of Weed and Seed Great Falls fits into the community building section of NeighborWorks.
Upset only because I think that the Weed and Seed concept nationally was a really, really good one. They had phenomenal successes. I'm very fortunate that NeighborWorks wanted to step up and do that because there are very few Weed and Seed programs that were folded into programs anywhere in the nation.
In the last 10 years, Weed and Seed helped fund programs such as the Police Department's Citizens Academy, the Peapod's Community Gardens, and Operation Medicine Cabinet, which helps get rid of prescription drugs. All programs were built so they could remain stable without Weed and Seed assistance. Bronson says new programs will continue to be created with the same goals under NeighborWorks. Wolverine trapping season was set to open this weekend, but just today, a Helena judge put a stop to it. Judge Jeffrey Sherlock issued a temporary restraining order saying the number of wolverines in Montana is unclear. U.S. Fish and Wildlife Services shows wolverines are warranted for listing as an endangered species. The Alliance for the Wild Rockies and several other wildlife groups asked the courts to stop the trapping season after it had been approved by the FWP Commission. A follow-up hearing will be set in January. Holiday cheer hits a high note this evening in downtown Great Falls as the 18th annual Parade of Lights is about to get underway. Our own Shannon Newth is standing by live with a special report on one of the featured floats in tonight's parade. Shannon?
We're just moments away from the start of the Parade of Lights. I'm in the very busy staging area where the more than 32 entries are getting prepared, making all their final preparations. Looks very good so far, a lot of exciting entries. Now, each of these entries represents a community business, an organization, or a community cause. And one of those is for Adam Houston, who's in need of a kidney transplant. I'm joined by Kathy, who is part of the benefit organization. Now, Kathy, Adam is a 17-year-old high school student at Great Falls High. He's in need of his second kidney transplant. Tell us a little bit more about Adam and about this cause.
Well, Adam had had his first kidney transplant when he was 4 years old, transplant donated by his father, and that has failed now. They only last so long, and he needs his second transplant now.
Okay, and you're holding a benefit, and this beautifully decorated car behind us is something that you're raffling off. Tell us about this classic 57 Bel Air.
We're raffling off this car for the benefit. It was donated by Adam's grandfather, and we need to raise $80,000 above and beyond the insurance, and we're going to raffle it off on December 8th at Faster Bassett at 8 o'clock in the evening.
And there's only a certain number of tickets available, and they're going quickly.
We have about 140 left. We've out of 1,000.
Kathy, thank you so much for joining us. And we have a lot more information coming up on our website about how you can buy those tickets, how much they are, and more about Adam's cause. Now, as far as the parade is concerned, again, we're minutes away. It starts at 6 o'clock up ahead of us here on 6th Street and Central Avenue. It goes down in front of the Civic Center, and Santa, of course, is part of tonight's festivities. He's on the final float and will be working his magic to light the huge 40-foot blue spruce that is donated by a Great Falls family. So that's coming up later tonight. Hope you can come down and enjoy all these festivities. Guys, back to you.
All right, thanks, Shannon. Their hair is blowing in the wind a little bit, but no gloves, no hats. Their jackets look relatively light at this point.
We're lighting the Christmas tree. We're heading toward the holiday season.
Right.
We're feeling more like early fall.
Very strange.
Very
yes.
strange. And we're talking about rain rather than maybe heavy snow. So that's something to think about here over the weekend. Check
Montana.
out the lows tonight. Yeah, temperatures are going to be getting down below freezing in parts of the area, but like in Great Falls, it's not going to be all that bad. 36 degrees tomorrow morning. That's the low temperature. We'll hang out most of the evening in the 40s, upper 30s. We'll check out your weekend forecast when we come back.